On this part-time weekend rancher reel, we're going to be changing the parking brake on a Joh Deere 825i S4 Gator. The S4 just means that it's a 4-seater. So the parking brake is the middle handle there, the orange one, and you lift it all the way up and it's supposed to engage and keep the Gator from going back and forth. So I have two helpers who have already helped me take off the tire. We've jacked it up and secured it. And unlike traditional parking brakes that usually use the caliper, this one actually has a mechanism right there that's tied to the transmission. And from reading the manual, we're supposed to just take off 2 bolts, and then there's a bunch of bushings in there that come off and probably just are worn and need to be replaced. So those have been ordered. So I have an 18mm socket. We're going to take off these 2 bolts. This is an air hose or breather hose that just comes out. Alright. 2 bolts are off. This should come off. Gotta wiggle it, and we're losing oil. So, let me see if I can go grab a container really quick. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hex screws or Z screws that need to be taken out. I'll take them out and then take off this little cover, and you can see on the inside there's a bunch of gears and bushings. I think those are what need to be replaced, so I'll try to do that and then put it back on, fill it back up with hydraulic fluid, and see if it works. The bee.
My hands have oil all over.
We can wash them. Alright. So there's a little brake right there. It's supposed to just push up. And it breaks open. Should be a gasket, which seems to be just tore apart. And this is what we need to change out. There should be 5 or 6 bushings. So you had this one on the outside, and then you have these that go in, and it's just a sequence of back and forth. So I have the part, I'll go get that and we'll change them out. So for this type of Gator, there's the part number just to replace that part right there. It comes with 2, I guess, set screws, and then these are the new bushings or plates that need to go in there in between. So we'll go ahead and sequence them right now.
That's black oil.
Yeah. There you go. So that's the end of it.
Daddy, it's still going.
You can replace these. Put the new ones in. It started with that. And this. And that. And these. It's just a sequence. just like in school, right, Stella?
You don't, kind of. You don't have bees around, though.
Yeah, no, you don't, but this is it. Try to line them up and straighten them up in there. And then we'll put it back in that shaft, and it should wiggle it a couple of times, and it should go in. Just like when you have to change a tire or put a tire back on, you try to go opposite just to make sure you get a nice tight fit. And it's my understanding that this is aluminum, so you don't want to torque it down too much, or else you'll strip the whole entire backing and you'll have to get a new one. So hand tight should be good enough. Alright, so you're supposed to slide it back on and then wiggle it back and forth until it finds the right grooves, and then it snaps back in, and you can feel it grab. So it's in. Put the bolts back in. Should hold. Just want to hand tighten it. Again, this is aluminum. You don't want to strip it too much.
I kind of like it in here. This is my new chair.
That should be good. Put the breather hose back in. And then we'll put the tire back on, test it out, and hopefully it works. So the last thing we need to do is put some hydraulic transmission fluid. We lost probably about a quart and a half. Joshua did a pretty good job trying to capture it all, so I gotta just pour it back in, and then we will do a road test, and again hopefully it worked, and we'll see how that goes. Previously the Gator with the old parking brake mechanism would not park up on this hill, so we're gonna go test it, make sure that it works. You're halfway. I am gonna engage the parking brake. My foot is off the brake and we are not moving. It worked. It's a success.
Yay! Joshua, how's that chair comfy? Great. You just snuggle in and you fall asleep. Is it comfortable? Yeah. Sure? Yeah. Okay.